The Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast is a roundtable formatted conversational podcast about any and everything.
6 Black queens and kings from New York City,
sharing our views on Black lifestyle, culture, relationships, religion, and current events.
Here at SR, we try to give our listeners the real in a world of fake.
Worldly professionals with class that also know how to switch it up.
Now let's talk our wild shit.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. It's me.
What's good? All right.
We live.
We live. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time of day it is that you have joined us. Welcome, tribe. Right? Welcome to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. Right? Let me introduce you guys to the cast. All right.
Hurry up, nigga.
The first person I'm gonna introduce is this asshole over here.
That's right, nigga.
To my left on the screen, I'm gonna introduce my man, Flash the Philosopher. What it do?
You already know. You already know. See, I'm glad you show me respect today, ho, because you better like not save me for last. I like my greatness to come forth early in the episode. Okay. I'm gonna tap into my New York roots today. So I really like the shit we did on the live with the you from New York, XYZ.
Absolutely.
If y'all get a chance to check that out, please check that out. But today I'm going to be the ambassador of the AO. All right, and the AO, bro, and I'm cleaning gutters like Drano, bro. It's your boy Flash the Philosopher. It is he, it is me, it is I. What up?
Nice.
Hey,
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey,
Flash,
TJ.
right?
Ting.
The next person I'm gonna introduce is to my right. I'm gonna introduce my girl from the BX. I don't know where she is right now. It looked like a fake background, but it's definitely not.
It's not.
That's funny.
I know.
Yeah.
TJ is outside, baby.
I'm
What's up,
outside,
TJ?
baby.
What's up, Ice Queen?
What up,
How you?
tribe? What up, cast? Hi, guys. I missed you. I'm in sunny
Hey,
Chicago. Yeah.
I'm happy to see you too, TJ.
I'm happy to see you guys too. That's
All right.
it.
Next in line, I'm gonna introduce our number 3 BX's finest. I'm gonna introduce Lil Mo. What's up, Lil Mo?
Gang.
What's good, y'all? Of course, it's Mo. I always represent the Boogie Down Bronx, Co-op City, Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit, ever. We already know what it is.
Hey, bestie.
Yo,
Hey,
Mo,
bestie.
Bronx energy.
Mo.
Bronx.
Yeah.
Mo, what happened to the last person that zoned your shit though? Like for real, put the tribe on notice.
The last person that zoned my shit,
Yeah, what happened to the
They
last
can't
person that
talk.
zoned your shit?
that
They can't-
jaw got
I
wired. You know what I mean?
You
Got the
I
jaw
ain't get
wide.
Aggressive. It's aggressive, man.
That's the energy we want.
Don't bring the rapper out of Mo. And shit.
I know. She gonna start spitting some bars.
Why are your whole shit?
She's a violent rapper. She's a violent rapper.
Violent. All right, continuing
All right.
in the same line, I'm gonna go right below me to my boy, that silent introvert, silent awkward introvert side. Which do for my man Boogie. What's good, Boogie?
What's good? Sly_Boogie. I'm still working on the intro. I'll come at y'all later with that tribe, but happy to be here. Happy to see y'all. What's good, everybody?
All right.
Peace and love.
And last but not least,
Facts.
we're gonna bring it all the way to the left corner over here. The last person, y'all know who it is. It's
The
my
drippiest
boy
corner.
Mash. Spew God, drip, bro. Let him
My
know. Let
nigga,
him
I
know.
love
What's
when you
up,
throw the
homie?
drip in there. That makes my inside smile, my nigga. I need you to know that. What's good, everybody? This your boy Mash, aka the Spew Guy Drip. Please say the mother effing drip.
Drip.
Gang. Representing the Spew. For those who don't know, Spew is an abbreviation for spreading
Tell 'em.
positive energy wherever. And as the ambassador of the Spew, it's my job to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Only Queens make kings. You know how we do it out here.
Hey, yo.
I like that tag you got for yourself today. I'm really feeling that one. I ain't gonna front. I love you, tribe. I'm so glad that we're here to talk about our shit. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm complete.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. So last but not least, I'm gonna introduce myself. Y'all
Wow.
already know I'm Shake the Wanderer. All right. I'm the motherfucking Mr. HSD. You know what I'm saying? What else did y'all call me?
America's
the
favorite,
AFF.
boy. America's favorite, bro. You know you America's favorite, bro. You know the vibe.
Leave the last F silent, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the F for this week?
Fantastic.
Ooh,
Right?
America's favorite, fantastic. All right,
I think it might work.
I'll take it.
All right.
I like fuckboy better.
All right, whatever. Anyhow,
You would.
So before we get this started, let me just make sure I tell you guys, make sure you like and subscribe. All right, make sure you hit that like button, bam. All right, especially for those of you who are on YouTube, but that's for all of our listeners. All right. Okay, so for the first word, like all of that, follow us. All right. So TJ, you want to give the spiel about the since we are telling people to like and subscribe, the spiel about the Instagram and all the places to follow us.
Oh, of course. Yes. Thank you for finding us. You found us today, wherever you're listening to us. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon. Thanks for listening to us. Hit the follow button on your podcast, wherever you're listening to us, so that you get to hear new episodes every time they drop, every Wednesday. We appreciate your support. We love you. You're a part of the tribe. Come check us out on YouTube. We're on So Ratchet. That's one word, space podcast on YouTube. You can hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you get notifications every time we go live. We go live every first Wednesday of every month. And it was such a great time going live with you guys for the month of July. We're going to be going live in August. We love when we see your faces. We love when we get to talk to you, communicate with you, drop us a line.
Come play Ratchet Feud with us.
Word. Pop out, come play Ratchet Family Feud. Oh, we cut out the family part?
Yeah, no family.
Ratchet Feud. Ratchet Feud. You know what I mean? Come pop out. We got 6 faces here, but we love to have more faces to have this conversation with. So please come join us whenever you got some time.
Facts. Also, if you have an interesting business that you would like to present to us, definitely hit us in the DMs. We're looking to collaborate with people. We want people to come on our podcast. We want people to come talk about their business. We want to ask you questions about it, right? About being a business owner or whatever you do. If you're an influencer or whatever.
If you're sophisticatedly ratchet and you want a platform to voice your sophisticatedly ratchet thoughts, this is the place for that.
Make sure you do that.
If you twerk and you want to talk about twerking,
especially
get on
ladies,
get on here.
Twerk.
Get on here.
Ladies, I do want to see y'all twerk too, though.
Facts. Word, and then tag Sophisticatedly Ratchet. And make sure y'all tag Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Yes, if you're not following us on IG. Yes, if you're not following us on IG, follow us at So Ratchet Podcast. We're also on TikTok, So Ratchet Podcast, and Twitter at So Ratchet Pod. I'm complete.
All right. So you are not complete because we are going to start with the first, what is it called? Section? The first segment.
I got you, moderator.
Thanks, bro. The first segment, which is TJ, and let her align our chakras. Go ahead, TJ.
So, Mash, I felt really bad when I listened to the last episode and you were like, I'm scared to say where I feel it because I feel like I'm going to be judged if I get it wrong. And I was like, I don't want you to feel that way. Okay. So I decided to just go ahead and tell you guys what it is so that you can focus on that area and you can just focus on cleansing that area. And if you feel it somewhere else, then that's okay too. You can just work on aligning all your chakras and aligning all of them. So today I am no pressure because that's what it's about, Today I'm going to be introducing the throat chakra. It's the 5th chakra. It's located at the base of your throat. And we hear you chewing. What the hell you eating over there, Flash? Swallow that. Let that throat be empty, okay?
Hey, okay, sorry.
Hey,
when we align it, you shouldn't have anything in your throat. Like, let it be.
Yo, clear your throat, my nigga. Clear your throat. You heard what you said.
All right, I can't. All right. So the throat chakra governs self-expression, communication, and the ability for you to speak your truth. When it's not aligned, it says that sometimes you can have some physical symptoms that may include a sore throat, tight jaw, stiff neck, and headaches. They also said, so those are the physical things. Some of the things that you may be doing is habitually lying, feeling fear, doubt, and you're also doubting the intentions of others. So, or if you're stammering, you're having a loss for words, some that throat chakra will help you. So if you're feeling any of those things, let's go ahead and align that chakra, okay?
All right.
All right, so let's do how we always do it. And I actually love listening to this because I take a deep breath. Every time I listen, I take a deep breath with you guys and just allow this sound to just cleanse that energy. So let's take a deep breath in. Yeah.
Okay. Did you know the last time I guessed right though, right? You know, the last bowl I
did.
Guessed right. I don't know if you heard me.
You cheated though. You also said you cheated on the episode.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
All right, guys. Deep breath in. Deep breath in and out. Okay. I'm complete. You guys can open your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need that in the morning, TJ. I need that in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
I sent you guys.
Go ahead. I was about to talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I sent you guys a YouTube video that I like to listen to. It's a guided meditation that clears all the chakras. And when I do it, I literally listen to the video and I envision when they talk about each chakra, whatever they say, like the root chakra, envision like roots coming from you. And I'm on the 30th floor in the Chicago hotel. And I literally envision my roots going all the way down 30 floors, down into the concrete, down into the soul of the earth. And that was really amazing. It made me feel super grounded.
Yeah, my nigga, that was a weird flex.
So I encourage you guys to do that. I'll also,
a lot of power.
What?
I said that was a weird
What was the flex? What was the flex?
30 stories up. Your roots went 30 stories down, my nigga. You living that type of life. I see you, baby.
No, not like that. Not like that. But you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
You just
watch where you aim that thing.
That, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. All I gotta say is I'll be throwing that in the show notes. Check out our show notes. Every time we drop a new episode, check out our show notes. We're going to be dropping new products that you can buy and, you know, just things that can support you. And I love this guided meditation. We'll be throwing that link in the show notes.
Okay.
I'm complete.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Perfect.
That is beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you aligning our chakras this day. All right. So next thing, the next segment that we're going to jump into is my segment.
Word of the week. Word of the week.
Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
Where my tomatoes?
Shut up,
You a
Flash.
hater?
Jerk. All right. So this week's word of the week is palpable. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It means it's like a feeling, so intense as to seem almost tangible. Okay. Or it's the second meaning is able to be touched or felt. Very similar meaning, same thing, right? So I'm gonna say, so Flash's family came to visit him this week, and the love in his house is almost palpable.
Oh, that's dope. I was thinking, like, obviously at a funeral, the sadness of the funeral was palpable to people entering.
That's good.
Like,
that's good as well.
That's a palpable feeling.
I was thinking along the lines of, you know, when me and Shorty linked up, and we went to go do the deed, and then I happened to come too fast. The tension in the room was palpable.
Facts.
Palpable.
Palpable. Okay. All right. We've been slacking on the word of the week lately, guys. So let's definitely try to fit it in our episode.
Yo, son. Nobody said the word last time. I think
nobody zerked. Nobody zerked at all.
Nobody zerked.
No.
I said let me zerk this drink.
You snuck it. You sneaked it in like the last minute. But I'm saying like
I said it. That's all that matters. I said it,
bro.
I know I said it.
Yo. So let's definitely try to utilize.
I made a point.
Stop wasting words.
We can use Zerks during the intro. We'll be trying to clarify how the word is used.
Exactly.
He
wanted his point. He wanted his point.
E for effort. E for effort.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna do better though.
All right, so this week's episode, we're talking about loyalty. Okay, real shit, loyalty. So I want to
loyalty.
Why I thought of this subject, right? So I was going to this barber for a while, right? And the barber, I liked him. He was a good barber and shit. But one day he was out on vacation or whatever. And then I went to another barber in that barber shop, right? And when I tell you he did such a better job than my barber, I was like, yo, this is really good. But the thing is, when my barber came back from vacation, I gotta be loyal to my barber. So I had to go to my barber, and I kind of looked at the other barber from afar. Like,
wait, like how long you been with that barber? Can I ask? I feel like that's an immediate question I need to know.
It's been about 4 or 5 years.
Time to switch my
Yo,
nigga. Time to switch
bro.
my nigga. It's time to switch
Yo, bro.
my nigga.
That's time, my guy.
Shake, can I tell you a story real quick? Yo,
What's that?
my barber who was when I used to have like my lustrous wavy.
Shout out to Jeff.
I remember.
Nigga here. Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to
Jeff be right there on Linden and right now 198.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 197, 198. But he been cutting my hair since I was like, I want to say 10 or something like that. So well over like 15 years he's been my barber. And the one time I think he went out of town, he went on vacation. I was sitting here like, barbers don't take vacations, like the nerve of this nigga. But he took a vacation one time, and I found myself having to go to a different barber. And so sometimes you gotta check the temperature for like another barber and shit. You're looking to see who does shit. So I went to a barber, and the nigga fucked my shit up.
Wow.
So when Jeff came back, when Jeff came back, I went in his chair. I didn't say nothing to the nigga. I just went in his chair. I knew he had to fix me up. And he didn't say shit to me, but he started lining my shit back properly, fixing that, because nigga done push my shit back a half an inch, disrespectful. And
that's a heartbreak. That's a heartbreak.
Yeah,
when the nigga push your shit back, bro. That's a game changing relationship.
And you have a tangible half inch. You could measure it.
100%. I need all my inches. All right.
But you got it.
but P game, I remember him like lining me up, and he said to me like real soft. He was like, it mess up right here. It mess up right there. Jeff is Jamaican and shit. And I'm sitting here like, I felt so hurt, but I was saying like, damn, he found out. And I didn't have to say nothing to him. When I tell you like they be knowing, they be knowing.
Yeah, they be knowing.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to ask y'all like because I had an experience of like I recently moved here, so I got no loyalty to no barbers here. I had a barber I was cutting my hair for a couple of months.
That's the best thing.
My barber had the audacity to want to be like, yeah, he's not available today. Oh, he's not available for me. All right. So you available, my man? I was like, all right, cool. So I came to the shop, and he actually showed up. And unfortunately, there was like this brief moment of eye contact that I actually gave the barber, and I'm not sure I should have done that because it was an awkward kind of stare for like a second, and I kind of got my cut, but. It's like he, it's real when you kind of talk with the barber. He's always asking you questions to kind of get you to talk and shit. And then you notice he just stopped talking to you all together. It's like, hey, what's up? Yeah. Like, hey. I was like, I was like,
I think
you didn't care, but I was like, I felt it. It was palpable. It was like palpable that he won't fuck with me no more because I went to the other guy.
I have two stories.
So wait. All right, wait. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into it. So let me just ask the question, okay? Let me just ask the question, all right? So I know barbers are a big thing that I'm loyal to. That's one of the things that I'm loyal to. You know what I mean? What are some of the things you guys are loyal to? You know what I mean? Like businesses, work, whatever. What do you consider yourself loyal to?
I'll go. I consider myself. Yeah, I can consider myself loyal to work. But I consider myself loyable. I have loyalty to my nail tech. You know what I mean? Gotta keep the nails fresh.
Why is that though?
Because Viv just get me right. One thing I appreciate about Viv is when Viv go on vacation, she sets me up for who I should go to. She's like, all right, Mom, I'm going on vacation. So make sure you go to this person in the shop. Because she knows, if I have to tolerate you not doing my nails, don't be giving me no slouch person. So she'll say, no, when I'm not here, you go see Kim. Well, okay. But that's what I like about she said she'll tell me she'll speak to Kim ahead of time, like, okay, Kim, you're gonna do Mo's nail. You know what I mean? When she's not there. So that's why I always have a respect for Viv. Because when Viv is not there, she already tells me when you're gonna see Kim. And so I always know Kim is her backup. So Kim knows me. So when I come in, Kim be like, hi, hey Kim. Kim knows you don't see me ever, Kim, unless Viv is on vacation.
I fuck with Viv.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
why. Viv gives you
Viv,
another person and everything, like a stand-in.
Yeah, because she knows, like, you know, like I go to her. So obviously, if you're a client of hers, she's gonna take care of you. So when she's not there, she, you know, helps you navigate who you're gonna see when she's not there.
Mo, question. Mm-hmm. When did nail salon people start calling themselves nail techs? I feel like that's a new term. Is that what was they called before nail techs?
I just called them. Yeah, good question. I just called them the nail person that does and I guess nail tech, because that's what I see people call them. Like, oh, she's a nail tech, but I just call them the person that do my nails. My nail girl or my nail lady. It is a new term. Yeah.
I feel like everybody wants a professional term for their job.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Kind of like we used to, like, just it's not just janitor anymore. It's custodial engineer. You know,
right?
So
That's right. That's true. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say, females are also loyal to their hairdresser. Because I have friends that go to a hairdresser who does what the fuck she wants to do as far as shows up late. I think that's just inappropriate. Comes in whenever she want to come in, but it's hard for them to leave her because she does their hair so good. You know what I mean? And I have another friend who always calls me, oh, what should I tell my hair? Because I'm not going, I want to get my hair braided, and she's all the way up there. I'm like, so there's like making up excuses not to see your hair person. It's like, what? I'm a firm believer. I'm gonna find somebody who does the hair. Like my friend, I told him, like, yo, I would never, like, I would go to that person, but I also feel like if you give me a scheduled appointment, bitch, you better see me at my scheduled time. Like, you cannot see me an hour after my scheduled appointment, because it's my time too, just not your time. Right. And I think, and that's why I keep telling her that. That's why you allow her to keep doing y'all like that, because she gives you an appointment and she starts your hair 2 hours later, and y'all sit there like it's cool. No,
is her work that good?
It is good. It's good, but not that good enough for me. I'm gonna find somebody else that could do it, because I have to show you.
Mo, let me ask you a question. What if you go to a salon and you go to this one beautician and she could do this good, but then you look over here and you see this one right here, Stacy. Stacy is bad with the bob. Like, Stacy fucks that shit up. Like, and that's what I want this week. And you don't really know your hair tech's freaking skill with that, but you know that she's doing it.
Right.
Is there a process for you to be able to go to this other beauty technician?
I'm gonna be honest, because I know I probably would do it. What I would do is find out when my hair tech is off and check if Stacy's in that day, and I'm gonna go check Stacy.
Listen, the moment I was thinking that, like, when is she gonna be on and when is she gonna be on?
I'm gonna hold you. I'm like, Stacey, you better keep your mouth quiet. Let me check out this bob.
Experimentation. Listen, we just all be trying this. We just gonna see
right,
how
and
it
then
works.
be like, and then I'm gonna tell my tech, like, oh my god, I came in on Tuesday. I completely forgot that you was off. So I just let Stacey handle.
You sound like you did this before. You sound
You're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Completely rational.
She loyal.
She management. She good at it.
Right. Oh my god,
manipulating schedules and shit.
That was my only day off was Tuesday. I didn't have no other time to get my hair done, and
nobody babysits the dog. You know what I mean? You had to make this decision.
Off the hip too was fast.
You got to plan to catch all that.
And then she told her about it.
You got to, because Stacey might talk, so I'm gonna let her know. They're gonna talk. So I'm gonna let her know.
Because your old style's gonna press the new one like this. You're gonna just take my client like that. You know that's probably what happened.
How you think that conversation goes? She'd be like, did your bitch? Oh, you did my bitch? You're like, yeah, took your customer, bitch. What you gonna do?
But it wouldn't be that she took my, because I would only go there for that one time. And remember, my tech was there.
It's for that certain cut. That's for that certain style.
Nah, they be petty. They be like, oh, I saw you was with my client or some shit like that. Like, they don't, like, I feel like there's an unwritten rule. Like, you don't touch.
But that's why you formulate it first. You be like, yo, I had to go see Stacy because I would only had Tuesday off. You was off on Tuesday, so I just want to let you know. But I got, come on, I ain't have no other choice.
So I feel like they're never gonna take it out on you, Mo. They find a way to take it out on each other, because it's like.
What about you? Who else?
I'll be honest. I remember the one time I betrayed my barber, Jeff, again, like with a barber that was in his same shop. And
twice? Okay.
I betrayed him a couple of times. I'll just be honest with you. But I remember like one of the times that I came in after, like the new dude gave me a cut, which was phenomenal, by the way. like he see me coming in, and he did the flap with the barber cape or whatnot, because he thought I was coming to his chair, and I just, you know, I didn't make no eye contact with the nigga.
Don't make eye contact.
Are you serious?
That shit is so palpable. When he did that flap, did he look at you like he was ready for you?
That was wrong.
I know.
He
It's just that I needed him to know I wasn't here for him. Like I got to go back to I needed that old thing back. It's fine. But I will say though,
the new dude who did your hair correct, he was like, nah, you're not gonna rock with him.
It was his cut was phenomenal. I just said like
loyalty,
right? Jeff is my guy.
You gotta be loyal, bro. You got to.
Yo, so
that's
I
actually
will say
really
though,
big in that industry, though.
Yeah,
real talk.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
They be like, you stole my customer. They'll fight over
my
it.
customer.
It's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
issue.
Nah,
it is a big
you
issue.
can lose a business over that. Like I've seen that. Like,
and I do want to be clear. I ain't never cheat on my hair unless you can't do a particular style. Some people can't do particular styles. So
look at me and
Mash.
Mash.
That. No, I'm serious. Nah, my people. No, I'm gonna keep it real. My girl Cheryl. Nobody's doing a weave in my hair other than Cheryl. I don't care what a weave. I've always gone to Cheryl to do my weave. If it's a wig or something like that, I'm gonna go to somebody else. And Cheryl will know that, and she'll tell you, Mo, you know I'm not okay. And that's why it's a respect thing. But when it comes to a weave, ain't nobody touching me other than Cheryl when it comes to a weave. And that's period. She's quick, she's fast, she know what it is.
That's what's up. Question: is anybody else loyal to something?
TJ's about to say.
So I was gonna say, I've been trying to say this. I'm not. Oh, sorry, you were just gonna say something, Flash? Go ahead, love.
No, you go first, beloved. You got it.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I love this chivalry tonight. No, I was gonna say that I'm not the typical girl. Like I don't do nails, I don't do hair. So I don't have someone like that I go to. I understand that, but for me, loyalty is mainly to like my friends, my family, not my job really. Like fuck the job. You know what I'm saying? I heard you say that, Mo, but to me, I'm not that loyal to my job. I'll call out in the quickness. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy my best life.
First.
Yeah, I'm loyal to my friends and my family and to the people that, you know, are loyal to me. So that's my thing. And so I'm like different in that sense.
I feel you.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
Mash.
I'll say some. Well, no, I was next. Oh, watch it.
Anyway,
yeah. Thanks, Shake.
I didn't tell y'all what I was loyal to, nigga. I was.
Go ahead, Flash.
You said Jeff, nigga. We know Jeff.
Flash, go ahead. You said Jeff.
But that was
go ahead.
You definitely not loyal.
Keep cheating on it.
I'm not cheating, nigga. I'm just trying to talk my shit. All right. But when I thought about this though, I realized one thing that and it took me a while to kind of gain insight to this. I do feel like within, I want to say like the last 7 years or so, a lot of me has like been, I need to be loyal to my growth in terms of the things I see for myself, my expectations of myself, what I see myself doing, who I see myself impacting. And I think it took a lot for me to get out of like my head and my mindset as far as like who I feel like I am and why I had the inability to see myself growing past certain shit or being, you know, something different or whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like there's a point that I reached where it was like, yo, I need to be. I mean, certain books help. Like, you know, I remember reading like, I think it's Angela Duckworth's book. It's called Grit. And a few other books, but it took a lot for me to kind of understand, like, yo, my nigga, like, growth is important. Like, people who, and I know this kind of goes against like loyalty maybe to like your old self, but I do feel like you should be loyal to your growth. You should understand that you need to figure out like how do you get to the next level of the things that you desire in life or what you want to be and shit like that. So that's something for me that I feel like has resonated really well within the last seven or so years.
Yo, Flash, I feel like you touched on something really important because I saw an Instagram post where someone had said something like, you know, when you get deadlines at work, you make sure you get it done. When you get that, when you're working for other people, you make sure that this is a priority. And you know, why don't you, when you make deadlines for yourself, you have to treat it with that same type of priority. You know what I mean? Like,
that is so fact. That's 100% correct.
You have to be loyal to yourself, and you have to hold yourself accountable when it's situations in which you create the plan for yourself. Right. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Right. I agree with that.
What was you about to say?
I mean, this nigga took my shit. He's being loyal to yourself. I mean, that's why we friends, because we got the same mindset. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love that.
think
I love that.
it's important that you journal, because I think that for me personally, journaling helps me stay committed to the things that I write down. You know, I make sure that that's something that I hold myself accountable for. So Flash, all the same things you just said, I want to just pour into that one. But I also want to give a shout out to Dr. Bree, which is my loctician out here in Atlanta. So Twist Me Inc. is her handle on Instagram. You can find her at Synergy Sweets. All right, she does an amazing job. She's professional. She's on time. She always has my shit looking right. And it was a struggle for me when I first moved out here, finding somebody to do my hair. And once I found her, I've been loyal to her since I've been here. So y'all holler at Dr. Bree. She out here on Instagram making appointments.
Is she a real doctor? She's a real doctor?
That's her name on Instagram, Dr. Bree.
I mean, she might have a doctorate. That might be what it is.
To the bank.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
Those some good
The way
qualities.
she be,
right
she
there,
be
bro.
doing surgery.
She the hair
scalp.
doctor.
She the hair doctor.
Yeah,
She the
the
hair
hair
doctor.
She's a doctor. She
She a doctor and hair. She got, that's
show
right.
notes too. So if you
I got you. I'm gonna plug her in the show notes so y'all can check her out here in Atlanta if you need your hair done. I'm complete.
and the
Okay.
East
Okay.
Coast for New York.
All right.
Yeah.
So-
Boogie, you got something that you want to say? That you're
so
loyal
I'm
to?
definitely, I'm loving what everyone's talking about in terms of family, friends, themselves. Definitely Flash spoke about growth, and I definitely fuck with that heavy. Ever since the pandemic, in terms of just me having to kind of go outside the box without actually working and all that. So in terms of what I've been loyal to, what I've been, I guess, thinking about more is time, loyalty to my time that I'm spending and how I'm spending it. We all working right now on this, creating. And, I guess I'm just more cognizant about that, more loyal to my time, because it's very important. 24 hours in a day is kind of, it's a lot, but that's not enough. Facts, you know what I mean? So it's just being more aware of that. So I feel like I'm focused on being more loyal to my time right now, more than anything else. So, yeah.
Yo,
I mean,
can I just piggyback on that?
Thanks.
Boogie, you made a good point. A lot of the things that I'm loyal to are things that give me convenience for my time. Now that you got me thinking about it, like things that save me a lot of time, I'm loyal to. Like Amazon. I'm loyal to Amazon because ordering products, boom, boom, boom,
Yes.
no fucking
Next
problem. I'm
day
gonna get the
shipping
shit.
too. Damn,
You know what I
ain't gonna
mean?
hold you. Free
My
shit?
cell phone. I'm loyal to my phone because it's convenient. Like
It
I have
does
so much
everything.
information that I need. You know what I mean? So the things that give me convenience, which in turn gives me more time to myself, those are the things that I see myself being more loyal to. So you definitely hit on the head for that one for me. Thank you, bro.
Got you.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Got you.
That's true. I didn't think about it like that.
I'm
That's true.
loyal. I'm also loyal to the podcast, and you should be too, Tribe. This should be your favorite podcast. I think
Absolutely.
Flash said that last
Yeah.
week. He was like, "This is my favorite podcast. This should be your favorite podcast. If we're not your favorite podcast, make us your favorite podcast today." That's it.
Like,
I'm
comment,
kidding.
subscribe.
Okay.
Shameless
Hit
plug.
that like
Okay.
button,
Shameless plug.
subscribe button.
I like
All the
that.
time,
Like
baby.
that.
Not
I ain't mad at
all.
you. I
That's
love it,
appropriate as
TJ.
hell. That was palpable. I felt that.
Yeah.
Y'all going
Time
ham
to-
on this
Y'all
palpable.
going ham on this
Yo,
palpable.
Boogie got like 3 so far.
3
This nigga
points.
got 1.
Exactly.
First
Y'all
off,
niggas
Boogie
going
got
ham.
2 because the first time he
Yeah,
said
like,
tangible. Okay, so
that's
pull
salty as
back.
hell
It's
already.
two.
All right.
All right.
It was an example.
No, you can take that over.
So-
You can take that over.
There's a cool down.
I know I have to
I see that though.
I gotta see the definition.
Let me ask you guys a question though.
I'm gonna fuck up the points.
Go ahead, Wanda.
Is there any situation where you guys have no longer has someone ever done something that makes you no longer loyal to them?
Yes.
Same things, like as far as people or things that have been done that make you no longer loyal to that thing or person.
Absolutely. In friendship, some people, when you start realizing that you've been there for them for a long time and it's the same pattern of behavior, because at first you're starting to question yourself, like, damn, is this something that I really did to this person? Like, you harp on yourself, and I go back and really think about it. And then when it happens again and you allow the person back in and you really try to mend it, and then it consistently happens, at some point I'm no longer loyal to you.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'll see you. It may be a hey, going on, doing things that I would normally do. I'm no longer doing that. I'm not going on vacation.
Preach,
Like
queen.
I'm not spending my money to be around you or be phony with you when we just not like that. So
Preach,
yes.
queen.
Mhm.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no,
Anybody else?
I agree with that 100%. I think that for me, once you break my heart, because I'm sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive. I'm not emotional, but I'm very sensitive. You know what I mean? Once you break my heart,
Me too,
you lose
Nash,
my
me too.
loyalty. Right? You know what I mean? And that's a deal breaker for me. And that's with products, that's with people, that's with relationships. You know what I mean? Once you disappoint me and I feel heartbroken, then I lose my loyalty. Even in relationships.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
Facts, yo. I think mostly in relationships though, but Mash, that brings me to my thing, yo. I ain't gonna like you saying that, you know, being heartbroken. Now that I really think about it, I think that's the reason. I'm gonna take it back to my barber. I used to go to this barber from years ago. From when I was a small kid, when I was like a young teenager, maybe 11. I actually went to this barber shop. This is the first place that I seen Playboy at. They had a bunch of Playboy magazines.
That's why you kept going back. That's why you kept going back.
Magazine all the time. You know what I mean?
Right
And
in the placement about that barbershop, by the way.
Facts.
Smart.
When my guy upgraded, I followed him to his new shop, stayed in his shop. You know what I'm saying? Like a few times he had messed up my hair. He had messed up my hair. And my girl at the time was like, yo, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And then, you know, I'm like, it's nothing. I can just fix it right quick. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I was little. He always did for the most part, he did a good cut. But one time he broke my heart. Okay. It was New Year's Eve. Right. And I had to get a cut. When I tell you, I think he got drunk that day or something. Because when I tell you my line was fucked up. Yo, my line.
And stock market.
Push the hair back, the hairline back.
Did he slant it?
You know, and you know, I can't really see my line until I put my glasses on.
Oh, he got you.
I wasn't really.
That's facts, though, Shay. That's it for me.
I wasn't really
like this
about it till I got home, and I'm looking in the mirror like, I gave this double.
What makes it worse, bro, is when you tip them and then you get back home and got to touch your own shit up.
Yo, son, when I tell you I stopped going to his shop completely, like I had to, I shut him down. I see him in the street. I still live in the same neighborhood. I'll keep riding, bro. I will keep driving. I don't even talk to him no more.
It's like that,
Yo, Shake, this shit just came. Yo, Shake, the shit came full circle for me. This is why you have a trauma with tipping niggas, bro. On some real shit, nigga. I see where it came from now, nigga. Yeah. Like, let go of this hurt, nigga. Come on, I'm seeing where this is coming from now, man.
Oh my God.
Therapy. This is therapy. This episode,
bro. I really want to see what that hairline did, like, really look like for you to just be like, cut them off all the way. No,
I had to wear a hat, bro. I had to wear a hat for New Year's, bro. I had to throw my hat. I had to keep my hat on, bro, because he fucked it up so bad, and it was just like I was just.
Did you tell him? Did you call him after?
I feel like you was past the point of mad where you didn't even want to say nothing to him. That's different.
Like I told you, I drive. Another barber from the shop was like, he saw me on the bus one day. It was like, "Oh, yo, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in the shop in a long time." I was like, "Nah, I don't even live over here no more." That's why.
This nigga lying now? It just snowballed in the lie. I don't live around here no more. That's all.
Yo, wait. What was the question though?
Is it anything that you had to stop being loyal to, or anyone that you had to stop being loyal to for whatever reason?
Anyone?
I definitely had to stop being loyal to certain friends. I think certain friends lead you down paths that sometimes you no longer want to go when you kind of are more in touch with like the things you like or that you desire and shit.
Yep.
Part of me understands that like loyalty is super expensive. It takes a lot out of you. I also understand that I only want to be loyal to the things that I love personally. Like that's something that has to be there. Whether it's like, oh, I love the way this person cuts hair, or I love the way I like this, this chick cooks food, or whatever the case is. But even when it comes to like people though, I sometimes, and this is just a random thing, I be thinking, it's like I feel like some people aren't loyal to you. They're just loyal to the access they have over you.
Facts.
And it's like, they more want to see like what you can provide for them. And once you can't provide that need for this person, like their loyalty changes as those requirements change, or if they can't have access to the things that you can provide for them. So I'm very iffy when I think about like who needs to be loyal to me a lot of the times. Because I think loyalty can be broken. I don't think loyalty is forever sometimes. It has seasons, sometimes longer ones than others, depending on who they are. I mean, we try to be like super loyal to people.
That's just a fact that times change, people change.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like I sometimes look at some of these instances where so many people are going through like divorces and people been married for like 30 years and XYZ, and you got to think like, damn, like what could break that loyalty? But once again, time and people and things change. And
Yeah,
I'm not saying that you got to be loyal to anybody and anything, because I've also broken people's loyalty. You know, I've been irresponsible with my dick. I understand that shit. And I know that can affect like how people see your loyalty and shit and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my take on like people and loyalty though.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just loving. I'm sorry. Go ahead, TJ.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, I've learned to limit my loyalty when I get betrayed or when I feel like there's an issue that arises. Like first time, it's like it's the saying, it's the whole quote. First time, shame on you. Shame on you. Second time, shame on me. If I allow you to continue to dog me, like that's my fault. And so, so that's how I kind of gauge my loyalty with that specific quote. I'm complete.
Okay. What I want to kind of phrase it and articulate it thing is like a two-sided coin, because I think about loyalty and the fact that, it's not black and white. So when I say two-sided coin, integrity is something I feel like is extremely important in terms of loyalty, like the trueness, how you act internally, privately, publicly, etc. So I feel like, again, times change, people change, and I feel like integrities change in terms of just how people are. And I feel like that is something that I guess is, for me, in my experience, lost in translation. That is something that I've seen, or that's something that for me makes me, I guess, lose loyalty when I see lack of trueness or integrity. But it's also a double-sided coin as to why as well. I'm also understanding it's not that black and white. And that's just the reality. Like even Flash kind of alluded to it, like he was like been on the end where he betrayed, and it's like, it ain't that black and white where he just decided to do it. Nah, fuck no. So it's like, again, it's a lot to kind of articulate, but trueness, integrity is something I think is important. And I feel like losing that is a key. A way to lose loyalty.
I feel what you're saying. I feel like loyalty is a palpable thing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like you're saying, you can. At the end of the day, I also appreciate what Flash has said earlier about other people losing loyalty for him. Like we also have to look at that right there. Like you have to do what you say you're gonna do, or you have to. Because I have been in situations where I haven't done what I said I was gonna do, and these people are no longer fuck with me, and I understand that, and it helps me grow. But you got to see that right there. Like when people, when people lose their loyalty for you and what you did and what you need to change in order for you to be a better person and not lose that type of loyalty.
Yeah, because I'll tell you one thing too. Mash, you on mute. Sorry, but I'll just plug real quick. I was gonna say, like, I don't believe in like blind loyalty. I don't believe in just have loyalty for the sake of saying I have this thing. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you represent. If it don't align with me, and like currently how I need to feel, I can't give you that loyalty. So yeah, but my fault, Mash.
No, you good, baby. I have nothing to add to that. You hit it nail on the head, bro.
Anybody else? All right. So we're gonna go into burner questions. So I'm gonna ask a few burner questions. Y'all okay with that?
Talk to me, palpable.
Yeah. Hey.
No, that's definitely not a sentence. Talk to me, palpable. No.
That don't work. You don't get a point for that.
No, that does.
You tried.
I said, talk to me, palpable. Talk to me as if it's almost tangible.
Let's go, Shake. Move on.
Okay, we moving on. Anyhow, so burner for those of who you don't know, tribe, right? If you're part of the tribe, you already know what burner questions are. If you're not and you're new to SR Podcast, so burner questions are signature to the Sophisticated Ratchet Podcast.
That's right. Shake, warm up.
Let us know.
Warm up.
Let us know.
Where I ask a question, and your answers could either be yes, no, or sophisticatedly ratchet. We all know what yes and no is, but sophisticatedly ratchet is pretty much the gray area. It's not really yes, it's not really no, you know. And then here go Mo. She like to throw up 2 cards, but it's the same thing. Sophisticatedly ratchet.
Definitely throw 2 cards.
She do. She stay throwing up 2 cards, right? Like,
right
make up your motherfucking mind.
Just throw up the sophisticatedly ratchet.
Right?
Definitely confused. Definitely confused.
We
were
love
just
talking about her when
you,
she's not there, right?
Yo, Mo, they talking greasy about.
But I'm loyal about. I'm loyal to my best.
You're saying that you be throwing up 3 cards and answer verbal questions.
They talking greasy about your 50-50 split. They said you would use 3 cards to beat the other side.
Moby looking like an air traffic controller and shit.
Exactly. I'm like,
All right.
whatever.
All right, guys.
Did you notice that we just did that loyalty just now? We were talking about you, and we told you we were talking about you because we loyal.
Exactly.
That's
As y'all should. The fuck?
All right, so the first burner question is, can you buy loyalty? First burner question. Can you buy loyalty?
Can you buy loyalty?
Okay, we got a yes from TJ, sophisticatedly ratchet from me, Mo, and me, Mo, Flash, and Mash, and a no, nada from Sly Boogie. All right. So let's go to the yeses first. TJ, why do you think you can definitely buy loyalty?
This is so easy when it comes to money rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in advertising, or like I'm thinking of a real estate agent. If I sold you something, or if I gave you this purchase, or you have to be coming to me because I made you this amount of money. In the NFL, like I remember seeing, like, if Papa John's was supporting it one year, Domino's couldn't support it for the next year or whatever, or that year that they signed the contract. So they'd only do like Papa John's commercials for the Super Bowl or whatever. So I do feel like you can buy it, say things for like celebrities. If they're repping Pepsi, they can't be caught with a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
In any pictures, you know what I mean? So you can kind of pay
they
for it.
They bought their loyalty.
Yeah,
right.
It's like advertising, stuff like that. So yeah.
I get it. that. Yeah. Okay, Boogie, you said no. I want to go to the polar opposite. Boogie.
Yeah, I wanted to counter that on the ice cream because I do, like, in terms of a contractual obligation, that I understand. Like, you obligated to kind of be loyal. But I think about like for example, maybe Kobe Bryant, who probably could get more money going to another team during his time in the NBA, but chose to stay in the Lakers, regardless of. Matter of fact, RIP Kobe, but we could even take it to members of the Spurs who are known to kind of take pay cuts and stay loyal to the team. Shout out Tim Duncan and people of that nature. So you're right, TJ, 100%. But I also think about like when you buying loyalty, it's temporary, right? Like once that contract is up, that person who was buying Coke could absolutely go ahead and go and get himself a Sprite and go over there. So it's the temporary aspect for me makes me feel like once the money runs out, loyalty's gone.
Yeah, I hear that.
So that's my counter on that, Queen.
I get that. All right, my sophisticatedly ratchet people. So Mash.
Yo, I want to jump on Sly Boogie. That's exactly why I said sophisticatedly ratchet, because it depends on the duration of the loyalty. Like, like you could buy someone's loyalty temporarily. I don't think you could buy it long term. I think that the money
long term
is a big part of it. You know what I mean? I think in terms of relationships, when you're a provider, does that count? Like when you're providing for your family, is your family loyal to you because you are the provider? Is that the baseline for the loyalty in that relationship dynamic?
Give an example.
I'm the breadwinner in my family. I pay all the bills. I feed everybody. I take care of everyone's needs health-wise because they're under my health coverage. You know what I mean? Like I would think that those people would be loyal to me because
in what way?
I mean, loyal to the rules that I set. God, what?
I'm asking you right off the bat, why are you doing that? Like, you doing that, be like, I'm doing that for you, or you doing that because, like, because I'm thinking about, like, in that situation, you doing that for the love. So it's like, you're not buying loyalty, my nigga. I feel like that situation a little bit different. I want to answer your question. I think that as a man, the roles are set in place for us to be providers, right? And I think that that's a big
That's a big part of manliness in my mind, you know, to be a provider, to be a protector, to be the one who makes the decisions and drives and leads. Loyalty? No. I'm saying that because I'm leading this ship, the people who's in this ship should be loyal to me because I'm leading this ship.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying in terms of the dynamic of, you know, if you can buy it or not. You know, if we're not talking about monetary, but, you know, in other ways, I'm the driving force behind this.
As a leader, I'm sorry. Go ahead, TJ.
I just wanted to know, what does that look like if they were to like not be loyal to you? What would that look like to you?
Disloyalty would mean you fucking around and bringing some nigga into this house. Like
what? So because you're paying my insurance,
because you lost your job,
I can't have another nigga in the house.
No.
Damn.
What I'm saying is, if you my wife,
okay,
you loyal to me, right?
Okay, cheating on you, infidelity.
Cheating, yes. Cheating on me means you breaking down what we have together. You're no longer loyal to the agreement that we have in place.
Okay.
But money ain't got nothing to do with that, though, my guy. Like, I'm thinking about, like, as a even in back to the analogy of you being a leader of the ship, you ain't even got to buy loyalty in that situation as a leader of the ship. It's like, I'm thinking of a system, respect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's respect in the fact that you leading that ship, that you put going to wherever the F that y'all going, you know, as the leader. So even as the breadwinner of the home, the provider, they respect you for that. Like, they know that you working and putting the food on the table, putting the house, you know, keeping the house over the head. You know, they can't maybe articulate the specifics of what you're going through, but they could see it. So they gotta respect that. So, but I don't think it's buying loyalty in that kind of situation. I'm thinking the fact, like, yo, let's say I'm giving you $5,000 a month or whatever, in terms of a relationship. I'm thinking Boogie, like,
you feel like loyalty is the wrong word to describe it.
In terms of buying loyalty in that situation, I'm not sure that's like I'm trying. I can't say accurate, but it's like I'm trying to think about, like, if I was giving someone $5,000 a month for loyalty, right? I could keep giving that person $5,000, but what happens when that $5,000 don't mean ish to that person? Gotcha. They already get
that's
it.
where,
like you know, the price
I want
goes
to
up.
touch on that. I want to say that's why sophisticatedly ratchet is my answer, because in the grand scheme of things, yes, you can buy loyalty, but at one point it's two things that could fall. When the money run out, you can forget about the loyalty. That's number one. And number two, after a certain point, even if the money don't run out, but when you stack yourself enough and you tired of being that person's yes man, you still don't have to be loyal, because I got the hell I want. I done stack my bread. I'm gonna go do what I want to do. So that's why for me,
not you.
Right. That's why for me it was sophisticatedly ratchet, because it could be a yes and a no. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be loyal because I'm benefiting in that in the long run. And once I'm good, peace out. You could forget about the loyalty in regards to money wise. So
I agree with a lot of the shit that y'all said. I feel like when I think about buying loyalty, I think like, damn, if you're a slave to something, like it can be bought if there's a way to buy it from you. Some people are slaves to money, and you know, this is why I could say like, hey, if my chick ain't giving me no box, I can go out there and buy some loyal pussy. I know women that will sit there and fucking give you pussy consistently as long as you can give money to them.
That's
like they might be
you
say it's not loyalty, but then a lot of us will do jobs for money, and we're loyal to the company as long as they're paying us. But if they stop paying us, you're not going to be fucking loyal to that company, are you?
But we're not loyal to the company.
Okay, so
like, true.
He's talking in terms of a sex worker. He's talking about a sex worker, for example. Like a sex worker is going to be the one that's going to do what you ask them to do because you're paying them. Like,
you're buying it. You're buying a loyalty.
Yeah. Gotcha. Right, a dog only is loyal to you until you stop feeding that dog, and now that dog want to fucking turn on you and eat you and shit. Like, no, you can.
That's not always true, but okay.
I mean, it's not always. This is why I say sophisticatedly ratchet, because no, I don't feel like it can always be bought. Sometimes I feel like people will outgrow that loyalty, because once again, it's like they either get to a point where it's like, I no longer want to sell this for this price because this is more expensive than you know what I thought it out to be. You know what I'm saying? I need to take a hold of this power or this thing or whatever that I treasure, that I believe somebody's buying, because, and I already told you, I'm a person where it's like, I believe like my time is my most expensive asset. So if I'm going to be loyal to somebody with my time, number one, you cannot buy that shit from me. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. But then again, it really depends.
I was about to say,
it does depend on the amount of money. I'm pretty sure.
But
Bill Gates.
But I said that to say, like, I'm still loyal to myself in terms of like what am I getting? Because I'm not the type of nigga that's gonna do just anything for money. Money's not that.
You wouldn't sell your integrity for money. Like that's different.
I hear what you're saying.
So there's certain things that you just can't buy in terms of like loyalty. Like you can't buy the respect that you think loyalty is gonna give you. You can't buy the and maybe you can buy obedience to a certain degree, but there's just certain things that the consistency of what you think is loyalty will give you, but the tolerance in the back of but in the back of that person's mind or whatever you're buying or whatnot, it may not be entirely there because it's two parts to loyalty. It's the person that feels like they're giving something to be loyal to, and the person who has to give up something to be like, yeah, I want to be loyal to this thing. So I just say sophisticatedly ratchet because
a lot of you guys actually said how you can buy loyalty, and once the money is gone, that loyalty goes away. But that's not always true. I mean, you can definitely have a relationship in which you start a relationship where you're paying someone and just to be there for you, and over time it can cultivate into a mutual respect.
When has that ever happened?
It happens. It happens.
When?
And then something, and then let's say something happens in which your money is fucked up. That person might still look out for you because they know you've been looking out for them all these years. And I'm talking about you go out of your way to make sure you look out for this person. And now you're fucked up. And then you think it's not always going to be a situation where the person will leave you high and dry.
My only response. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead, Flash.
No, I was gonna say to what you was asking, like, when have you seen that? Like, I see people buy their green cards and shit, and you would think like, hey, this person ain't gonna be low because they just doing it for the green cards, but people end up becoming like really close. They actually ended up either falling in love or they have a deeper care for one another, and you see like this person transcend from just like, oh, I wanted the green card to like, oh, I really care for this person. I've grown to love this person, kind of. So I think it does happen, but
yeah, I've definitely seen that. So that's true.
I feel like back to the example that I gave in terms of being a provider. Once I no longer am able to be a provider, should I expect loyalty?
Rough. Yeah, you can
in that situation.
It
I was gonna say, like, are you choosing to like just be a taker, or you just like unable to provide for some whatever reason? Like,
I'm unable to provide. I'm unable to provide that sense of security, safety, all of the things that I was doing before, I can no longer do, right? So because of that, I'm asking, should I expect the people around me to
be loyal to you as the breadwinner?
Because I'm no longer the breadwinner.
Mash, you may not be able to expect the same level of loyalty because this person
you're not in that position. Am I correct? You're no longer in that position. Someone else would be.
Not that I'm no longer in a position and someone else maybe. I'm saying I can't anymore because I can't provide that sense of protection. I can't expect them to continue to be loyal to me because that was what the dynamic of the relationship was built on.
All right, maybe I'm not understanding it, Mash. Like in terms of them being disloyal, what would happen? They're going to leave it, or the house will go away. Like if, let's say that you can't work, you lose your job or something like that. I'm thinking that the people not just going to off and leave. Whoever's with you, they're going to be like, all right, let's see what we can do to kind of work and maybe help you out while you get back on your feet. So in my situation, they would still be loyal.
I would hope so. But what I'm saying is that's not always the case. Because there are plenty of instances when men no longer have their position of authority and the people who they were supporting no longer want to fuck with them. Strictly because they're no longer the provider for them that they needed them to be.
That's true.
And that's a reality behind relationships. That's a part of it. People are allowed to do what the fuck they want when they are no longer getting their needs met. For the same reason, if you was in a workplace, you pay people to stay. You know what I mean? You give them incentives to stay, not to leave. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I'm thinking about like in terms of your situation and just like companies, like, no loyalty to companies because there's no love there. That once something happens to you, that company ain't gonna give no F about you. But I'm thinking about the situation, like as a leader, like you not doing it, like you doing it out of love as well, not just providing just because you getting something in exchange, like they work for you. You doing it out of love. So when something happens,
I'm doing it because I'm a man. That's my job.
You got some people that's like just controlling it, But you do have good people that's like being a man, being a provider. So it's like in those situations, I don't think they buying loyalty,
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next question.
Wait, before we do moderator, I really want to hear TJ's reaction because her face is saying a whole bunch of stuff, but her mouth ain't saying nothing.
saying
I really want to hear what she got to say.
It's such a problem. I do that so often. I'm just saying that I kind of disagree with you, Mash. There is love in that. You know what I mean? And I want you to know that even though as a provider, your partner is going to love you. And I think that it's bigger than just that's your role as a man, because your kids don't give a fuck whether you're a man or they don't know what a man is, right? And so when you're providing for your kids, that's love. That's not just
loyalty,
right? Yeah, and that's not just because that's your role as a man.
Yeah,
but I digress. Sorry.
Right. So let me ask the next question. All right. Do you think someone can ever be too loyal? All right. Question right here. Can you be too loyal? That's the question, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a burner question?
Yes.
What's my burner cost?
And I got a yes from every single person here.
Mash, you took the part away.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Absolutely.
I did.
All right, can anybody does anybody want to further explain their answer?
It's a yes. You see it in relationships all the time. The person done cheated on you, the person about 15, 20 times, and you still stay right there. I'm just saying that's facts, because you're loyal for whatever reason it is, whether he or she's paying all the bills or whatever. It's like, damn, let me just, still sit here, but you're still loyal for whatever reason.
That's true.
So yes, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes Mo, that's not loyalty, that's dependency. Like they depend on that person.
And then doesn't have to, but that's what, okay. So let me give another example, because some people do it right now and they have neither one of the parties are living, the extreme, have money. The person that goes back to the same baby father, you know what I mean? And you're not, you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not with the person, or he's cheated on you. You're there because of loyalty, whatever reason it is. And it doesn't have to necessarily revolve around money. It's whatever it is for that person, but you're still loyal to them, and they dogged you out. 3 times.
That's
4,
true. I
5,
mean,
6.
TJ has
there's
something early. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, there's the dependence there, something like that in that relationship as well. Manipulation, I guess, you could factor that as well in terms of those kind of relationships where they kind of go back to that thing that it's kind of not good for them, for lack of a better term. And I also think about this underlying factors with loyalty, I guess, that I'm starting to think about a lot more, like expectation. I feel like expectation can cause you to be too loyal, because maybe speaking for myself, maybe I'm expecting something low key in terms of my loyalty. I'm not even trying to argue whether that's good or bad, right or wrong, but I feel like that can be a factor in terms of expectations, in terms of you being too loyal.
100%.
Because you got people that love you too much, and it's like, damn, appreciate you, my guy, but it's maybe not, like, I don't know. I can't even say it's bad energy or not the right energy, but it's like, shit, like it's a wrong type of palpable. Like you feeling it too much. That's just my thought. Anyway.
Okay.
Complete on that.
Anybody else too loyal? A situation where someone's too loyal?
Yeah, I've definitely seen those situations. Once again, like I said, I don't believe in, for myself, wanting to be blindsided by loyalty. I wanna be able to have times where I check in to see why I'm loyal to someone or something, because I believe in outgrowing things that don't serve my purpose. So this is why I need to do those check-ins to say, hey, why am I still loyal to this thing? Is it providing me a place of growth, or is it a safe thing for me that I can expect from it? Like y'all said, I found myself sometimes, especially when I was younger, just following certain things that I didn't even understand why I was loyal to. Whether it was I wanted to be in a little gang and shit because it just looked cool, and I wanted to be loyal to.
Were you in a gang?
Yeah, I used to be in a Ninja Turtle gang, sometime in kindergarten or something like that. No, I'm serious. There used to be this dude, Arthur.
You had to be Donatello, bro. You was Donatello.
Nah, I just wanted a band, bro. I just wanted a band, man. But he used to really go home and cut holes in these handkerchiefs, and he would come, to the class, and he was like, "Well, if you want to be a Ninja Turtle today, you're gonna have to, do what I say." And shit. I'm saying all right, what we gotta do, and he'd be like, "All right, at lunchtime, you gotta go, pick on this, that, and this, and the third." And because I wanted I wanted the eye thing, lunchtime it was like, yeah, push that kid over, went over there, yeah, nigga, turtle power, went back, nigga. got my bandana, nigga. And I'm in the fucking yard with the turtle band shit on, nigga. Like, what's up, nigga? Power, nigga. What's up? What y'all want? Yeah, but this is why I say sometimes like we're just loyal to the wrong things, or you don't understand like why you want to be loyal to something, and you know, I constantly always want to just ask the question, why am I loyal to this thing? And that's how I find reason enough to be like, I love being loyal to certain things. Like, this is why I say I want to have love when I'm loyal to things. So
100%. That's why I said to Mash, like, you can't. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to co-sign what Flash was saying about being loyal to them bum ass Knicks. All you Knicks fans out there, y'all are too loyal. Y'all are too fucking loyal.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Y'all niggas need to accept that there's a problem in this organization.
You gotta respect that loyalty. That's decades, my God. That's decades.
I cannot.
Yo, Mash.
This is a kid.
Mash, some people are loyal.
You good.
Mash, some people are loyal to disappointment. I'm telling you, some people are loyal to disappointment, and you gotta recognize those things, and you gotta be. Because I'm be honest, I'm not a nigga that's loyal to any team in terms of like sports, and this is just the way I've been. Like, I've watched my family grow up. Knicks, this, that, and the third. I'm sitting here like, why these niggas is trash? No shot to the Knicks.
My whole life, my nigga, my whole life.
I'm just saying, I'm more or less now pick, like what's my favorite jersey. Like, if a team got a good jersey, I'd be like, I'll be loyal to y'all for the season.
When the Knicks make the playoffs for the second round, that's when we actually celebrate. That's the best.
So
because have you seen Knicks fans when they win like the first game in the season, they start burning cars and flags and shit, like, nigga. It gets too crazy.
It's similar to how Patrick Beverly, when he won the play-in, that's how the Knicks be when they get like a win in the playoffs. That's pretty much it.
That is not New York. That is Philly and Boston. Okay, that is not New York.
Definitely
okay?
Philly and Boston. Cleveland,
right?
With Cleveland, just LeBron, them niggas is too loyal. They started burning everything that nigga touched.
Everything. All right, so when I think of like loyalty at work, Flash had put me on to something a few months ago, where he was saying that, you know, our generation is like now a generation in which, you know, we're not as loyal to our job as the generation before us. You know, my parents' generation, you know, they get a good job, they stay at that good job.
They stick to it.
30 years.
Yep.
They do 30, 40 years, and they retire from that job. But now it's like, you know, every 3 years, you know what I mean? You're switching jobs. And, you know, that used to be a bad thing. When you saw it on their resume, they switch jobs every 2-3 years.
No stability, right?
Right, correct.
But now it shows growth. You know what I mean? So there is a way to be too loyal. And when I talk about too loyal, I want to actually bring up my guy, Kevin Ford. All right. Kevin Ford was a worker at Burger King for 27 years. Right, 27 years.
Talked about him,
and you know they gave him. I think when he retired, they gave him some bullshit when he retired. But I think he was too loyal to that company. I like you wasn't.
He was never late. He was 27 years and never late.
But he didn't retire. It wasn't that he retired.
He's still working.
Yeah, he wasn't retired.
There.
He spent 27 years at this company. But I felt like his loyalty to that company is more of what's the word I'm looking for? When you not palpable.
Shut up, Nash.
When you're too, I said, what, a detriment in a sense?
Complacency.
Complacent.
It's more complacency. All right.
So Shay, it's hard to argue that when we don't know his actual day to day. But I feel you so Shay, in that same spot. For
one thing I'll say to that, I don't necessarily think, like, after I started doing more reading into his story, I don't think his loyalty was necessarily to the job. I think that was a byproduct of him trying to be loyal to his family and provide for his family. Yeah, a lot of us have to be loyal to certain things because it is way too risky to just like say, hey, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I feel, because we have certain things that are very dependent on us, we're tied to, and we can't just say we want to quit our job or do some wild shit. And I know with his story, his benefits and stuff help provide a way for, you know, I think he had like 3 or 4 daughters to be able to go complete college, have full medical and all this other stuff. So when I think about like what he had to sacrifice for his loyalty, it's sometimes, like I said, it might look like we're loyal to one thing, but it's a byproduct of saying like, yo, I have a whole subset and it's like, this is why I'm loyal. This is why it might seem like I'm loyal to this, but I know if he had like a better decision for himself, he might have changed. He might have.
So Flash, I'm gonna call that bullshit. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree with that last statement officially, because there is a percentage of people that enjoy their work. So I'm thinking of someone being there for 27 years. It is possible that he enjoyed his time there. Maybe he enjoyed the business, dealing with the customers. There is, I've actually dealt with someone, back when I was in New York, I worked for a sunglass company, and I was dealing with a lady there for 25 years, and she was on her job. She was, always on it, and I asked her, like, hey, why don't you just be a supervisor? You know more than the supervisors that we currently have. Like, we was talking about it, like, and she was like, nah, I like what I'm doing right here. I come in, I do my thing. I got my lunch at the same time. I hang out with my people that I love. I hang out with them after work, and it's all good. And I feel like that right there was like, she was good. She was happy. Like the people.
Boogie, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, because I used to actually work in the airport as a wheelchair attendant, and I love that job. Like, it was one of my favorite jobs. Like, I would meet
wheelchair attendant
all the time. There was a lot of downtime.
Wow, that's funny you said that. I'm gonna give you a story.
You could do as much work. You could do as much work as you want to do on this job right here. It was one of the best jobs I've ever had, but they didn't pay enough. And I knew I had to grow. I knew I had to outgrow this. You know what I mean? I knew it was something that I loved, but I had to outgrow it because I needed to make more money. And Flash, I call bullshit on what that shit you was talking. Because what fucking Burger King in the world do you know got a fucking great ass insurance plan and shit where they gonna take care of your kids and send them to college?
I want to say something real quick. Shake, it's funny. I wanted to say this really quickly. It's funny you said that. My mom. Wait, my mom went to the airport with my grandmother, and they put my grandmother in a wheelchair, and my mother was saying, like, she has such a good experience with the lady in the wheelchair, and how everybody in the airport loved the lady in the wheelchair, that she was able to navigate. Like, I guess they found something. It was, when you go through security, I guess my mother had something that was above, and because she was with the lady, they let my mother go through with it. And I think the lady was getting ready to retire, so she was just like, it was such a pleasant experience with the wheelchair lady person in the airport. And the lady must love her, like you said, loved her job. Everybody freaking loved her, and she was getting ready to retire. So my mother actually was just like, yo, this was like the nicest lady. So that's just crazy that she said that.
But Shake, I'm gonna call bullshit back on you. I'm gonna reverse bullshit you, because there are even though
reverse. You're 4 and 2,
right? Even though you feel like some of these companies don't provide that for people, like you do have companies like Starbucks and a bunch of other things. I remember listening to
they give scholarships,
a podcast. Yeah, so like even with Starbucks, the CEO Howard Schultz, he makes sure, like, as long as you're a full-time person in the company, they provide things for you to go to school. They provide full coverage. They provide like other education stipends and all this other shit. And you may not necessarily be getting, $80,000, $100,000 for the year, but there are certain things that they're providing for you, even if it's to say, like, hey, we're giving you the opportunity to outgrow this company. And that's something that I believe in. I do feel like, and I was telling you, companies should provide people a way to outgrow their positions. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of companies don't do. But I feel like if that was a thing, then it would allow people to be more loyal to themselves, because that's something I believe in. So
and I wanted to say this.
I like that reverse bullshit call.
I do, and I'm gonna jump on the reverse bullshit, because as much shit as I talk about my job, to be honest, as much shit in my job is stressful, but the opportunities, like I went from a CPS to a manager. My job also provides you with a scholarship now for you to go to school. The flexibility, like I really oftentimes like, damn, I could be a school social worker. It's not even a second thought for me to be a school social worker, and I know that I would get it. But that would come with me taking a pay cut initially, and then probably going back up to my salary. But the difference is the flexibility of my job. I do what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, being able to navigate. Right, I be doing shit. You know what I mean?
Nails done.
Don't put on blast. Don't put on blast.
Being able to navigate my shit. What?
Mo, I agree, because let me tell you something. I be telling people, like, I don't be wanting to sound like I be, talking out my ass or boasting about like being in tech and shit. But these dudes in some of these companies, they give you a lot of shit. I get like a $3,000 budget to go buy anything I want for my office. It could be a new laptop, whatever. I get another $3,000 to go fly around wherever I want, to go to anything that's about my education, or visiting conferences and shit like that. I get, these niggas have a whole code of conduct that say, like, hey, if you feel like taking a nap in the middle of the day, go take that shit, because guess what? You deserve that shit. They're big on mental health and a bunch of other shit. So I can understand like why I can be loyal to a company, that, or I could provide like a segment of my
sure
time to be loyal because they're providing something for me to be like, yo, I really like being here. It's gonna provide for me to be a better worker.
There's a palpable respect that they have for you as an employee. Like you can feel it with the goddamn budget that they're giving you to kind of, and the flexibility to let you do it the way you want to do it. That's real as fuck.
They're giving you more reasons to stay than anything. Like the reasons to stay is exactly what's keeping you with that company.
So do I feel like they're buying my loyalty? That's right. No, but they are contributing to the things that I want to be loyal to in terms of like time for myself, respect for myself, my sleep, and all this other shit. I like being loyal to those things. So when a company says to me, yeah, go ahead, man. If you don't feel like starting to work until 10, go ahead, man. Take some time for yourself, meditate, do whatever the fuck you want. They're giving me opportunities to still be loyal to me. So, I appreciate that.
Apply for your job after this. So I ain't shit.
All right. So, does anybody else have anything to add to being too loyal?
I'm complete
to something. Okay.
I love this.
All right. So we're gonna jump into the next burner question. This is the last burner question.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
The last burner question.
Niggas got flights to catch. Niggas got flights to catch.
I already know. Last burner question. Can you be loyal? Can someone be loyal to their family? Can a cheater be loyal to his family?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Can a cheater be loyal to his family?
Well,
watch the flip, Flash. Watch the flip. Watch it when you're ready.
I know. I feel like being Mo right now.
I know.
Come on. All right. So
come on, Flash.
We're gonna go.
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you.
So both Flash and Mo threw up 2 cards. They both said yes and Sophisticatedly Ratchet. TJ says yes.
I said Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
TJ said Sophisticatedly Ratchet. Matt said Sophisticatedly Ratchet. So do I.
It's really this. It's really
Boogie said no. Let me go to these double card people first. Okay,
double card people fucking the game up right now.
They cheating.
I just said it's really this. Tell
me why you are conflicted.
I'm conflicted. Yeah, okay, I'm conflicted because being in a relationship and your family is 2 different things to some people. You know what I mean? Like your family, you're raised and grown with your family. It's a different kind of level of, those are your siblings, your mother, your father. So just because you're a cheater on a person doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be loyal to your family. You know what I mean? On the other hand, some people, that's why. So that was my yes. Sophisticatedly Ratchet, because some people just innate, like they treat their family like shit, and then they treat the person like shit. So that's why it was Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
They could be disloyal as well.
Disloyal too, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I hear you. I just feel like you got certain and I don't even want to say it's just men, because it could be women too. You know what I'm saying? But like when we say cheating or infidelity and this, that, and the third, some people actually do that just to keep their family going. Just to be honest, like they need that break away from, that either the monotonous day-to-day dealing with the family, the stresses that might come with that, how hard they might work. And sometimes, it does look like cheating. I don't give a fuck what nobody want to say. It happens, okay? And there are people who maintain still the structure of their family because they understand at the end of the day, I need to come back and I need to provide ways to provide, whether it's money, a roof over your head, food, clothes, sex with their partner, and this, that, and the third. There are people who can do that and still, yes, cheat, believe it or not. And I don't feel like that doesn't mean they don't have loyalty towards their family. It just means that they are, once again, being loyal to their vices sometimes, which is like they need sex or whatever. But this is why I say like loyalty is something that you got to keep like questioning. You have to test it every now and then. You could not be loyal to something and then loyal again to something. Not be loyal to something and then loyal again to something. Loyalty is not forever. Loyalty is not forever. I don't give a fuck what. I
argue it's not a light switch to turn on and off, though.
Right. Well, whatever you want to call it, like you nigga, just know like
I feel like
forever.
I feel like bug.
I want to call bullshit card on that. I guess for lack of a better term on that, Flash.
Bullshit on what? Because I've seen
family, right? No. I feel like you're correct. It is so common cheating and all that. Like we accept it as it's okay, but I think that's the easy way out, my nigga. I feel like loyalty comes with some hard shoes on that. I feel like when we're talking about a family, like I'm thinking about not just the wifey, but like the people in it, like the auntie, kids. It's like they seeing that too. So that like cheating, like it's people looking at it differently. There's different levels to it. That's why I think in terms of being loyal to your family and cheating, they really can't coexist. Because it's like you could step out on your wife probably cool with it, but the kids see that. Even thinking about like even cheating, for example, just how that looks. You could just spend time with a man could have like 2 sets of kids, maybe a stepson in another house, and literally spending more time with that stepson and leaving that other son just not really, spending that time with them. That's cheating, for lack of a better term, or at least can be perceived as cheating. So yeah, I feel like
but you see, he loyal to his family. His dick ain't loyal to the family though.
There's an integrity that is involved in this loyalty that you gotta have for family. Like there's got to be trueness where like when your family not looking, it don't mean that that's an excuse to kind of do your thing. Feel me? Like that's. But I'm complete on that. That's my counsel.
Yo, Matt, you look like you want to say something.
Oh, I just want to tap into one of our previous episodes. We talked about respectfully cheating. All right. Now, I'm not saying I condone respectfully cheating, but I think that that's important. And if you're gonna have this sense of family and still step out, you have to be respectful, right? I'd imagine that there is a balance between the two. And I get what Boogie's saying in terms of a family structure. Like being loyal to my family is bigger than just, having sex with another woman. It's making sure that my kids get that vision of me as a father and provider, protecting this household, showing them how they need to treat their women, showing them how to remain intact, my nigga. That part of it that I think is really important that needs to be nurtured when you have a family, which is why I think respectfully cheating is important. So when you step out, you're doing it respectfully and you're not out here fucking up the family circle. You know what I mean? But I do think it exists. And that's why I say sophisticatedly ratchet.
Got you.
I mean, respectfully cheating is a thing where I can understand that, like where,
You still fuck up the family, Mash. You still fuck up the family.
Not if I don't get caught.
If the kids are insulated, I feel like
you will get caught.
Possibility for that to exist.
No, don't say that.
Putting that bad energy out there. See, that's you. That's you.
That's my
Like,
voodoo. I'm putting that out there.
Protecting that right, like I could like raise the kids and they could learn when they're 18. It's all good. I don't know. I feel like that's possible.
Yeah, and that will still affect kids. I know people that they're just now finding out that I had a sister, and they're like in their 30s. Oh, I have a sister, and they're so upset with their dad.
Whoa. Wow. Again, that's not respectfully cheating. What that person did was get somebody pregnant and was irresponsible.
Oh, okay, so you're not having no babies. So just fuck it.
Definitely.
That's making more family.
Right, respectfully cheating wouldn't involve having a baby or anything
respectfully cheating means that they don't find out to the funeral. Like when you in the casket and then they see the mistress pop up, they're like, "Who this bitch?"
Correct.
As long as there's no kids. Okay.
It can't be no 20-year mistress either at the funeral. I feel like that's causing too much problems.
At the funeral, your wife looking at some bitch crying way too hard. She's like, "Who is this? Why is she so sad at the loss?"
She looked just as good as I do, huh?
Yeah, I know that was a Tyler Perry movie. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
that was actually a Tyler
Look at
Perry
them shoes too.
But I definitely appreciate all your answers to the burning questions, ladies and gentlemen. But we are out of time, ladies and gentlemen. It is now.
Somebody give the palpable score. Somebody give the palpable 21
score. Minutes in.
It's like a Boogie leading with 18 assists, 4 dunks.
Word.
Exactly.
So we're gonna shut down the episode, ladies and gentlemen. And
18 assists and 4 dunks.
Boogie's the winner of Boogie, as we all know, is the winner of the word of the day.
This drink for y'all
of the week.
Word of the week.
Sorry, word of the week.
By the way, I have something for the word of the week. Okay, someone reached out to me, a tribe member, and was like, "Why the fuck don't Shake do the word of the week? Why everybody doing the word of the week except for Shake? It's Shake's word of the week. Why isn't Shake doing the word of the week?"
Crazy.
What do you mean by that? You mean like
I gotta make sure
they want to hear Shake.
He never wins.
Promote the word of the week.
No, they want to hear.
They're like, is he in trouble? Is he in trouble? I haven't seen him do a video with the word of the week.
Oh, wow.
Like, why is he not doing the word of the week? It's Shake's word of the week.
Yeah, so they saying they want you to do the word of the week. Stop tagging us in, Shake. Stop letting us do your word of the week. Stop letting us do your word of the week. Do your own word of the week.
That's exactly what the tribe member said. Tribe member, if you do want to do a word of the week video, reach out to us. We love to see you come up with a sentence with the word of the week. We want to expand your vocabulary and be sophisticated and be ratchet too. Okay, so
absolutely.
You can check us out wherever you hear podcasts.
There we go.
Apple Podcasts,
right.
Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon.
That's
and
my girl. Bring us home.
I love to connect with you guys on social media. We're on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. We're also on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast. We're on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod. And check us out on YouTube. We're trying to build up that page, and we want to connect with you. We're going live every first Wednesday of every month. You can find us on YouTube at So Ratchet as one word space podcast. And I'm complete.
Hey, yo.
We love you, tribe. Check out our show notes.
Thank you for joining us, tribe. Hi, we out. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.